Hello and welcome to Bullish Video Games. So if you're joining me, I had just rolled over into the last one. It took me 4 tries to finally figure out who did it, but somehow I did it. And like I said in the last video, I'm sure there is a much more elegant solution to what I was supposed to do, but I managed to get it done. So that last one was War Criminal. We are going to get into the next one, and hopefully this next chapter is a little more comprehensive.
We got him. That war criminal is now rotting behind bars where he belongs. I'll never understand why people like him commit these disgusting acts of terrorism. What do they want? To send a message? Well, I already know. The world is a cruel, unforgiving place. How did you enjoy the internet, by the way? I'm sure you've noticed that there's no misinformation on there. That's because we've made it illegal. But believe it or not, occasionally some ne'er-do-wells feel the urge to spread untruths, like on our great leader Zoran's own website. As of today, we've managed to track down almost everyone who defamed our great leader there this month, but there's still one individual that evades us. It's mostly because our seismic photon triangulation processing unit, the device we used to track people down, stopped working, so we were only able to discover that our suspect's IP address starts with a 10. Luckily for you, though, we store the internet history from all IP addresses, so somewhere in there is a list of every website the suspect visited, as well as the date and time they were accessed. You should be able to use this information to find this scoundrel. You can view the defamatory message through the admin page on our great leader Zoran's website, so I'll give you the login details for that. And while you're there, why don't you leave him a positive review, huh? I'm sure our great leader will appreciate it.
Wait, what's the problem? Someone left a bad review. This is rateyourdictator.gov. This is... Oh, back to you in a second. So, rateyourdictator.gov/admin. Oh my. It's very red. Username, admin, password, 123. Poor dad, I wish I could have more food to feed my family. Zoran, please listen. Okay, rate 3 out of 5. I have never seen Zoran in real life before. Does someone else rule over Calazorania in his shadows? 2 out of 5. No complaints. No compliments either. 3 out of 5. Do not forget Zoran's crimes. Do not forget Yugoslavia. Do not forget what he did to us. 1 out of 5. Here we go. This is probably who we need to find. I'm just going to read the other two real quick. 7 out of 11 was actually... 7-Eleven was actually an outside job. Zoran only claimed it wasn't to gain legitimacy. Never forget. 2 out of 5. Zoran isn't perfect, but who is? 4 out of 5. How would I leave a review? Report on negative and neutral reviews. Flagged reviews. So the user's handle for the one we need. Zoran has ruled over Los Angeles for exactly half my life and exactly nothing has improved. Overall, he is okay. Under investigation. The user handle is a non-78. Rating 3 out of 5. What is this? Okay, so this is a sea of IP addresses. Of course, all of them start with 10, so that's this already narrowed down list. Date visited, time visited. So we can at least narrow it down by time visited, which is 1612. The date is 1998-06-24. So we at least start there. Searching for all data. Wow, it is quiet without that music. So we're selecting all data from web_searches, where date underscore visited is equal to 1998-06-24, and time underscore visited is equal to, what is it, 1612. Let's see what that populates. And we'll just call that suspects. Nothing. What? Chapter 6, having fun. This is a short chapter. Everyone knows about the iconic duos of peanut butter and jelly, salt and pepper, macaroni and cheese, and the Los Angeles Police Department, and not committing police brutality. Okay, sure. It's strange then that sequel's own iconic duo isn't as well known. The keywords are group by and having. Having. Much like the where statement, the having statement filters out rows that don't meet the given conditions. What makes this keyword different is that having is applied after column values are grouped, meaning we can have conditions that include aggregate functions. Here's an example of the query using the families table from the previous chapter. So we are looking for selecting last names, and we are aggregating the max age from the families table. We're grouping it by last name and having the max ages be less than 85. So it's where the old result was just giving us the max age of everybody. The new result gives us the max ages of everybody less than 85. The old result table to the right is the result of the query above without having statement. Compared to the having underscore result table, you can see that the having statement simply filters out results from the group by statement. To state the difference clearly, where statements filter individual column values while having statements filter aggregate function values. Holy Zoran, that was the last keyword you'll need to know. Okay, there might be more keywords that you'll learn in the next chapter, but what you've learned so far covers most of what you'll need for a long time. Or need for a long, healthy career as a database detective. This is not something to be proud of. So it sounds like they want us to group, but also have. Meaning, what are we organizing this by? I guess search history? Helpme.net. I wonder if we can access these. Hey, editing me here again. Just to let you know, I take about a 30-minute detour just messing around, seeing what kind of websites are available. They kind of relate to the case, but a lot of it I found was just flavor text in terms of world building. So still pretty fun, but not necessarily helpful. So if you want to actually see how I solved it, much like last time, I'm going to provide a more elegant solution because there was just a lot of stumbling through it. I do figure it out eventually, but it's much less graceful. So make sure you use the episode chapters accordingly. We can. Okay. Relationship problem. Send your worries to thomasdshoe@gmail.com. This is my real email address. Please don't send anything weird. Yeah, that's the developer. That's pretty ballsy for you to put your real email there. Okay, quick side mission. While I see what's here. We hold your stuff in place. The best place for shelves and drawers. 1-800-WE-HOLD-IT. Hire our intern 50% off with the code SMALLSHELFMAN. Tim, Timmy, Jim, Jimmy spokesman. This is our unofficial Detective Moleman fan page. Which Moleman are you? Take the test to find out. Detective Moleman is the coolest. Do not do crimes or Moleman will find you. Ella, age 8. This section is for fan art. No one loves this mole more than me. Wickdor, age 14, Greenpoint, Poland. My favorite part is when the bad guys go boom and Detective Moleman goes bang bang. Don't forget to support and watch the new Detective Moleman. Read my review on MMDB. My username is MolemanFan. Which Moleman are you? Do you respect the police? Sure. Are you allergic to peanuts? No. You are a cool Moleman. You are strong to know what is best for society. Wait, so then what if we are allergic? Weak Moleman, you are weak but a good person inside. Okay. If we don't respect police, but we're not allergic to peanuts. Evil Moleman, you like crime probably and everyone does not like you. Alright? So what if we don't respect the police and are allergic to peanuts? Weak, pathetic Moleman, other Molemen are ashamed to have you in their spaces. Let's see if there's more fan art. Moonchild Luna. Grammy Ferguson. Paris the Otter. North Forest Moon. I wonder if this was... Because I saw... I didn't look at it too deeply, but I did see on the Steam page that Thomas Shu made a free-to-play game. And I'm wondering if this is his character from that game. I should have looked at it closer. I just kind of glimpsed it. Alright, so that was Moleman. So what is this Moleman.net test? Oh yeah, test evil, test confused. Wait, test. Wait, confused? I don't remember confused being an option. Oh, you cannot answer yes and no at the same time? Okay. PotatoMan.com. It's literally just a potato man. See, this is the kind of stuff I like when developers do it, and they put extra stuff in the world for you to sort of run around and explore. I live in Los Oranges. I'll deliver. What do you want? Enter address, credit card number, any note, submit order. I don't have a car, but I'm fast. I should have written down the address for that pizza place. Our restaurant is currently closed due to war crimes. So, 1712 Mittens Road, Los Angeles, 11222. Los Angeles. Oh, I can't even. Hurry. More pineapple. No, not more. All the pineapple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You enter a valid credit card number. Wait, how many numbers are in a credit card? I wonder if that means that there's a credit card number we can like find on here. Anyway, that's enough of Errand Boy. So those Mole Man fans, placeholder, Errand Boy, helpme.net, pizza slices, Smoothie World. This. Unlock life's potentials. Magic potions are real. They're called smoothies. Zorb Stevens, Smoothie World founder. Our story. Many are surprised to hear that I was not always an intergalactic, multidimensional telepathic life form, that I was once like them. It's true, I was celebrating my 40th birthday alone when aliens beamed me up to the sky and told me how to make life-changing smoothies. It is with this knowledge that I transformed into who I am today, selling my special ingredient mixed nut up for a trademark for all those who want a better future. So we got a bunch of recipes. Happiness smoothie, smoothie of power, wealth smoothie, smoothie of love. Bioflavonoids, carotenoids, tocopherol, glutatinoids. Non-stop natural bliss and comfort. Specific kind of removes blockers that contract muscles. Then it amplifies pheromone and personal charisma generators. Empathy, allowing large accumulation of wealth without feelings of guilt. Does not contain peanuts. Nut Up. Become better. Click here to see how Nut Up compares to other foods. Drink at most one smoothie a month. The results might start to appear after 12 months. Side effects might include death or even worse, a painful death. Oh man, that actually downloaded something. Okay. Nutrient quality, quantity. Do we do anything with that? Pizza slice help you placeholder. Oh, mmdb.com. Megacore Movie Database. New Megacore Medal Award winners. Movie data. Click to download. It actually downloads a list of movies. It's a pretty long list. Bugs in the software. These aren't real. Are these just made up movies? News. Beloved cellular devices banned from public spaces. Top box office. Zoran, a humble man. 2. Zoran, the genius teacher. 3. Zoran, no leader stronger. Oh, I wonder what the... Invalid. Well, don't know what that is. Oh, here we go. Wait a second. This one. mmdb.com profile 99.99. Oh, I got into someone's profile. Love me some Detective Mole Man. The world needs more of him. Featured review. Mole Man, the first case, rating 10, an actual classic. I watch this every month. My ratings. I don't know if any of this is helpful. Again, I'm just kind of side questing here. Oh my god, there's so much. And that was like... Well, there's another one, Zorangelus 93. This episode might just be me fucking around on the internet. I love Zoran and state-sponsored propaganda. Woo. For father and country. 10. I literally cried after this, never complaining or leaving this wonderful country again. Fellow patriot, I salute you. Thank you. Okay, so that was Zorangelus. Potato Man. Moonhoax.net. Oh god, I gotta see this one. Has man ever been on the moon? Oh god. The European Union says we haven't. They say that all of the money for the ESA goes to climate research and that their technology isn't advanced enough. But is that really the truth? No, let's look at the proof. On June 13th, 1995, this photo appeared on the internet, taken in southern France. It depicts the moon in the night sky and blurred object moving towards it. According to the photographer, this object was speeding towards the moon at an incredible speed, almost as if it was trying to reach it. 6 months later, the ESA updated European Science Agency updated their logo, introducing a blue and yellow circle overlaid on top of each other. Do you know what else is a circle? That's right, the moon. What other reason do they have to update their logo to look like this? What events could have inspired? Okay, so this is clearly parroting people who think the moon landing is fake. It's not. there's plenty of evidence to prove that it's very real. If you ever get the chance, check out H Bomber Guy's video on flat earthers. It's like an hour long, but basically he kind of breaks down all arguments flat earthers try to use to prove that the earth is flat and how most of them can be easily debunked. But the sort of takeaway he has is that what these people are really searching for is some kind of truth, some kind of answer, right? They feel like they're being lied to, and hence why they will go to what seems like these ridiculous lengths to prove that things that have happened didn't actually happen, or vice versa. Let's find numerical representation of each letter in the word moon. So 13, 15, 14, that means we have blah blah blah, 59. Now let's do the same thing for ESA. 25, then we find the difference, 34. What number is that? 34. Keep this number in mind. That's a 3 and a 4. How many letters does ESA have? 3. How many letters does the word moon have? 4. This cannot be a coincidence. I hope this guy makes more games, because he not only created a compelling game that actually is kind of that teaches you something, he also very clearly understands how internet culture works. Parking.gov, let's check out that one. Patriotic Parking Pass. You can't miss it. Central Park, world's biggest parking lot, right in the middle of Los Angeles. Ugh, I actually feel like that's a real thing. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad how much of our land is just taken up by the parking lots. Is that Legends of New Hampshire? The Legends of New Hampshire. Set in the lush fantasy realm of New Hampshire, this new hit multiplayer game experience allows you to explore new worlds the likes of which has never been seen before. Trade, battle, and complete quests side by side with your closest friends. Only $159.99. I wouldn't be surprised if games eventually do get up to that level. Ooh, there's another MMDB profile called Always Crying. Watching movies helps me cope with the sadness. Aw. Movie Tears on the Inside, 9 out of 9. 9.9. So relatable, that was me with tears and hurt on the inside. I deducted 0.1 though because the score in the last scene wasn't that great, but overall it was amazing. We can look at someone's order. Delivered. What? Oh, we can view your order. Your notes. Please be fast. I need this all for my monthly smoothie. You can find all these ingredients at the local grocery store, I think. Oh, it's a bunch of healthy shit. $74.89. This man or woman spent $75 on health products. I mean, well, to be fair, that's not that bad. Especially this day and age. Health products, supplements especially, are getting really expensive. SelectYourStar.com. Find your special someone in just a single query. Each month we compile a short list of fun questions and get hot and single people from Los Angeles to answer them. All you have to do is select the person you like the most. If you like Bad Boys, you'll love Steven. Sometimes he submits his taxes just one day before they're due. Other times he takes water bottles out of the recycling bin and puts them in the garbage can, which somehow isn't illegal. He also loves long walks on the beach and donating to charity. Maria is one of the world's most wanted romantically. She simply chooses not to leave Los Angeles because she likes the city so much. She also loves candlelight dinners. I request you do not ask where she was stationed in 1993. Oh, of course, now I gotta ask. This month we asked, what's your favorite food, favorite movie? What do you want most in life right now? Download this table and select your star. Oh, oh man, that is a long list. Jesus, it keeps going. Holy fuck. And it hands out everyone. Did old dating sites used to do that? Like I'm not like I'm old enough to still remember online dating, like actual online dating on the computer when eHarmony was like super big with people. But was this actually a thing where it's like they just threw everyone's names, numbers, especially because this feels extremely dangerous to do nowadays. Maybe this was something they used to do back then. But this feels believable, right? Like the age, the answers to the questions, stuff like that. Okay, so that was select your star. Frogblog.net. Welcome to my blog. This blog is about frogs and also other members of the frog family. Membership. If you love frogs and want to be a member of the frog blog, leave a message here. Fun facts: frogs, salamanders, caecilians? Frog of the month, tomato frogs. Write your application here. I like frogs. Your application to become a frog blog member must include the details. Why you love frogs, username, password you want. Application will be reviewed after 7 days, so come back then to see if you've been accepted. Why you love frogs. They're cool. Username, frog lover, password, 321. Come back in 1 week to see if you're accepted. If I accepted your application. Okay. Steamy boy. Lover of movies. They help me relax after a long day. Send me a recommendation. Movie Dog and Cat 8.2. Just a simple funny movie with two of man's favorite animals. Alright, I'm gonna save a couple of these. Yeah, wow, I've already been looking through here for like 30 minutes. I did not mean for this detour to take this long. Tim Timmy Jim. Ooh, that's that sales guy. Ooh, okay, I gotta take a look at that. You might know me from placeholder.com, the best place in the world to hold your things in place. Waiting for God, 9.8. I felt for the protagonist, a God-fearing man, and I saw in his eyes that of mine when I stare into the abyss and my eyes are closed. Great movie. So, I completely forgot what this tried to teach. Okay, what are we looking for? So we're looking for someone who visited rateyourdictator.gov. Let's just see what that populates first, because I'm sure we'll have to narrow it down. Yeah, because it didn't really give us many clues this time. Somewhere in the list of every website that says like visited. Oh, okay, so if we just logged into the website responsible for the 1993 Yugoslavian massacres. No. Oof. Much cool. Nice dude. Yay. But all this tells us is that they were on the website for that day, 1998, 06, 24. So it's a couple of these people, right? I'm assuming it wants us to use this time because this was before. Oh, this is the time before 1612, meaning that they left a review, could have logged off. So we'll go with that for now. We'll say this is their IP address, which means that if we go back to web searches, we are looking for IP addresses that are equal to 10.2.162.247. I'll save this as suspect. Alright. 74B8S. Select your star, membership, test, ribbit 78. So 78. So I think that's the clue to say that this is the same person. So then jimsbirthday.net. If you're reading this, you're invited to Jim's birthday bash. 716 Mittens Road, apartment 4. Everyone's favorite food will be here. So let's try mmdb.com profile. Just a girl who likes movies. Frogs 2, Return the Frogs. Why do you have so many 10s? I like movies, 9 out of 10s, I think. Haha, why did you attend to a movie directed by someone without a megacore medal? Shut up, this is literally my favorite movie. Uh, Disappointing, lacks the froggish intensity found in the first movie. Okay, so no name. Profile submit is July. Best of luck out there. Select your star. I'm going to assume this is for the month of July. Oh, right. Okay. So favorite food. So we don't know this person's favorite food, but we do know their favorite movie. Oh, maybe we do. There's this errand boy order here that we can view. Oh, this is the... Yeah, this is the one we saw earlier. This is all for the monthly smoothie. Wealth, happiness... Whoa, if I just look up smoothie... Oh yeah, this is a lot of people. Okay. Without a megacore medal. That's literally my favorite movie. So if we look at... Wow, this is some deep dive. Okay. Reviews. This is some actual detective work. Holy fuck. Oh man, that's a lot of tens. Frogs need no introduction. They're the best. Here are some true frog facts that took me an entire postdoctorate to learn about. A group of frogs is called an army. The name frog comes from the word frogo, which means cute animal. Frogs have lots of regrets. The more regrets they have, the louder they are. Frogs can jump up to more than 20 times their own height. This is because they work out every Thursday. Haha, these guys look so funny. I didn't know frogs had feelings. I will never eat animals again. Where to find? Never seen them before. How do these exist? Well, they visited every page. I think this is hinting at the fact that they were probably a vegetarian. Salamanders can regenerate lost limbs. The last salamander in Los Angeles is named Cinco due to her 5 legs. Salamanders sometimes eat other salamanders, but only if they deserve it. Each salamander tries their best to follow the categorical imperative. I have no idea what that means. Then Caecilians. These creatures can at most only see light and dark. Caecilians are very shy, otherwise they would spend more time above ground. Some species of baby Caecilians feed off the skin of their mothers. Caecilians can grow to extremely long, up to 6 inches. Another one of God's beautiful animals. Okay, I think this is implying that they are some kind of vegetarian. So the ingredients will then help narrow down what kind of smoothie or what kind of thing is most important to them based on the kind of smoothie ingredients they want. So this is their order, and we go to Smoothie World. Wait, Smoothie World. Nope, what was it? SmoothieWorld.net. Alright. Okay, so what was it? Nut Up? It's not containing it. Golotinoids, carotenoids, gammatinoids, bioflavonoid. Okay. So Timmy drink, compound, banana, fermented honey, nut up, health up. Oh. Purple paste, war fungus, holy cinnamon, sea brain. This covers pretty much everything. Do I have to do fucking math? I swear to God. Well, let's look at bioflavonoids first. Alright. And then looking at her order. See, so nut up is 150 already. 150, 165, 165, 170, 180, 4, 180, plus 20, that's 200. Alfred mix, 200, 225, 225, 225, then 1 so 5, 75, 17, 75, I got 78 paste, 8 pounds, 17, 25, 300 there, 4 fungus, 11, 47, 02, 15, 15, that's 15, so that's 5 315, which has to be happiness. So selecting all information from stars where Q3 equals happiness. Alright, cool. Well, and these are all vegetarian items, so that's not very helpful. So these are all rated 10. Oh my. So how would we know that one of these movies did not win a megacore medal? It tells us the amount of ratings, but it doesn't tell us who won a medal or not. Okay, so PBJ hummus. Everyone's favorite food will be there. So based on this list, PBJ hummus. So that narrows it down. Shit. So that only took away 1. Did they mention their age at all? Like, weak, pathetic moment. Wait, that means they're allergic to peanuts, right? Because I believe this you have to no respect and also allergic to peanuts. So they're allergic to peanuts. Okay, so they can't. Okay, so I've narrowed it down to 3 because they're allergic to peanuts. So it can't be this. These 2 items were on Jim's birthday's list. And there has to be something where we have to find. I mean, I know it's a 50-50 shot, but there has to be something else in here that tells us the middle. We know that they were getting stuff for the happiness smoothie, at least I think. All these, unfortunately, are rated 10 out of 10s. However, scrambled eggs was not on the list, and they're allergic to peanut butter and jelly. It's down to basically hummus and falafels, which favorite food, favorite movie, what do you want most in life right now? Well, all the stuff for the happiness smoothie. Your favorite movie, which they rated a 10. Unfortunately, all those that were listed alongside happiness were also rated 10. Favorite food, they're allergic to peanuts, because they rated pathetic on the Mole Man test. So at the very least, they're not this guy and they're not this girl. Well, yeah, and they're vegetarian. So, but hummus and falafels are both vegetarian options. At least I'm pretty sure they are. Oh, for exactly half my life. Okay, he was only elected 5 years before that. Okay, so 5 years. I was 88. So this person is at least 20. Okay, so that does narrow it down. So it. Oh no, it doesn't. Fuck. They're all fucking 20. Oh my god. It really comes down to the movie. And I can't do nothing with the area codes. I've got to be missing something. Oh, fucking stupid fucking. Yeah, just a girl who likes movies. So it's not this guy. This, I'm pretty sure Lena is a girl's name. This, I can't tell if that's a girl's name or not. Okay, so apparently this is a girl's name too, so I think it really comes down to their fucking number, but I don't... Oh, the actual real fucking number. Like, I kind of want to dial it. Oh, no, I think that was a real number. Okay. Never mind. I mean, because the only differentiating factor, again, is the area code phone number. And since hers is different from these two, I'm going to go with her. But I really don't have any other deductive reasoning for it. Hey, future me here again. Just trying to show you guys a more elegant solution how to solve this case. This one is case 6, titled Our Country Needs You. And this is basically trying to catch someone who left a bad review on a government website. The only clue given is this post-it with the website, username, and password. Now, normally when you first play this, it'll populate a login screen where you can put in the username and password. For some reason, when you replay this episode, it doesn't do that. It just takes you to the page. But this is the flagged review. Username Anon78. This episode is going to heavily make use of the web browser here. Table to us that's already given is the web searches with all these IP addresses, date visited, time visited. So we are looking for all information from web searches where search history is equal to rateyourdictator.gov and date visited is equal to 1998 06 24 and time visited is going to be before 1612, and we will relabel this suspect. And there we go. One person who visited this website on this date before that time, implying they could have logged off afterwards. So we'll take their IP address, and instead we are going to look for their IP address, and we'll label this suspect history. There we go. And we have the entirety of their history. Now, this episode is much more detective focused, as in when you go through this stuff, these websites will give you all the clues as to who this person is. So I'm not going to go through it again. If you watch the original episode, I go through a lot of these episodes just kind of dicking around seeing what it is. But the main website you are going to pull your suspects from is this Selector Star. Because if you look in their history, you can see that they submitted and were successful in submitting their profile for July. And here at the bottom, we can download this list of people for this dating site, and it's quite a long list. So the first clue we can look for, and there's many ways to approach this, however, the first clue we can look for is their age. Because if you remember on the website, they said here that Zoran has ruled over Los Angeles for exactly half my life and exactly nothing has improved. So the half my life. If you go to the normal website and you scroll down, this comment right here, Zoran was not responsible for what happened in 1993 in Yugoslavia. He was only elected 5 years before that, so he wouldn't even have time. 5 years before 1993 is in 1988. So assuming that this is still the year 1998, that means that he's been in power for about 10 years. Double that is equal to 20. So we can already begin to narrow this down. So we are looking for all data from stars where their age is equal to 20. And we will call this one pool 1. And this is still quite a lot of people here. The next easiest way to narrow this down is if you look on question 3. Question 3 was, what do you find most important in your life right now? Just from surfing around, these traits that you see also correspond with the traits found on this smootherworld.net website. Happiness, power, love, and wealth. So the reason this is significant is that if you look at all the ingredients, these are all things that are available to purchase, which you find by looking at this Errand Boy website, which our suspect happened to order from, and you can actually view and download their order. So they ordered all these things. Prices don't really matter here. They ordered all these things and the amount. So if you scroll to the bottom of the Smoothie World website, you'll see that you can download their nutrient table. So then this is going to be the second way we narrow it down. We are looking for information where we are going to find the nutrient total because we want the totals of the quantity multiplied by the amount purchased. And of course, this is all separated out because it goes by each individual nutrient in each individual item. So we are looking for quantity purchased multiplied by nutrient quantity. And we will just relabel this nut total for nutrient total. Taking it from their order, which we'll relabel O78, and we are joining it to nutrition facts, which we'll relabel NF. They are joined together. Now, this is a good first step, right? Because it tells you the nutrient total, but it still separates out each individual nutrient. So you can do this in 2 steps where you then group by all the nutrients and you sum up the totals, or you can do it here where you specifically want the nutrient because that's what you're going to group by, and you are also going to find the sum of the totals because yes, this will multiply the quantity purchased by the nutrient quantity, but you also then want to add up all of those total values by each individual nutrient. We will label this O78 not total. There we are. So then going by this condensed table here, scroll through the Smoothie World website and you just compare the nutrient values to each individual smoothie. So bioflavonoids could be happiness, could be power, cannot be love, cannot be wealth. So that automatically eliminates those 2. Carotenoids could be happiness, carotenoids not in power, gammatoids not in happiness, could be in power, so then it comes down to these 2. Glutatenoids could be happiness, also could be power, so tocopherol could be happiness, falls outside the bounds of power. Therefore, they ordered a bunch of ingredients for the happiness smoothie. So we go back to our pool. We are now searching for all information from our narrowed down suspect list where question 3 is equal to happiness. And we will relabel this pool 2. So this narrows it down even further, but it's still quite a few people. Now, before we go to our last query, I'm just going to run you through their search history here as far as the other clues and help in trying to narrow down your suspects. So if you look at this Frog Blog website, they visited each of the fun facts pages. If you go through and read this, Ribbit78, which is this person, because if you look in their history, this person also made an MMDB profile, just a girl who likes movies. And we will get back to this later because this is also a massive clue. But I want to run you through some of the smaller clues first. Ribbit78, I will never eat animals again. Go back to another fun fact page. Another reason not to eat meat. And the last fun fact page, another one of God's beautiful animals. Not really a clue, but you can see that they still commented. So going by this blog alone, this heavily implies that they are a vegetarian, which at the very least eliminates these bottom three options. Maybe the clam chowder if you want to claim veganism, or the mac and cheese, etc. But at the very least, they don't seem inclined to eat meat. However, that only takes 3 people off the list. There's not necessarily a good way to query it because there aren't a lot of overlapping values where we can group them by. And therefore we can't use the having keyword that they mentioned in this chapter. Another way to narrow it down is if you look at this website, jimsbirthday.net. If they got sent this invite, they are invited. Everyone's favorite food will be there. So you can also narrow it down on this list too. But again, these are quite a lot of overlapping values in terms of what is on there. So for example, if we're thinking of vegetarian options, you have falafel, PBJ, peanut bars, carrots, hummus. 5 items, still quite a lot of information, but it does narrow it down. And then another small clue you can go by is that they took the Moleman's fan test to see what kind of Moleman are you. And if you already look at their history, you can see that they were rated pathetic, which if you take this yourself, means they don't respect the police and they are allergic to peanuts. So weak, pathetic Moleman. What that means though, is that they are allergic to peanuts. So going back to Jim's birthday invite, you can see that 2 of these options are peanut related, meaning that will not be their favorite food. So that really leaves falafels, hummus, carrots. So you see falafels, you see hummus, and you see hummus. So still quite, or nothing. I guess their favorite food could be nothing, but unlikely. So still some suspects to narrow down here. And if you wanted to use a query to narrow it down that way, you know they at the very least like falafels, or they like hummus. And we will set this aside for later. But the last big clue that I'm going to get to is if you look on their MMDB profile, here in the comments, someone asks, why do you have so many 10s? I like movies. Not enough 10s, I think. Haha, why did you give a 10 to a movie directed by someone without a megacore medal? Shut up, that's literally my favorite movie. So this is the last big clue in finding out question 2 on the stars page, which was, what is your favorite movie? So going to the original MMDB website, you see here that megacore medals are given to directors with a movie rated 8.5 or higher. This is where the group by and the having come into play. So if you download the movie list, there are a lot of people here. So first we are going to look for directors with a max rating, which we'll just call max rating, from the movies table. We are going to group by directors, but we are going to stipulate by having that the max rating is going to be less than 8.5. And we will call this no medal. So still a fairly big list, and you can double check this by the max ratings. None of these numbers should be higher than 8.5. So we'll set that aside. That's our first table. We go back to the profile. You can download their ratings. And they have a lot of movies they rated, but we're only interested in 10. We are just going to narrow this down. And I'm going to relabel this R10s. A lot of titles they rated with a 10. So unless you wanted to manually cross-check this, this is what I ended up doing. I just ended up joining all of this together. However, specifically, I'm looking for the title, and I specifically want the title of her list of 10s. but I am going to join it to the movies table as well as our newly generated no metal table. And they're connected by title and director. And we will call this favorite movie. And that narrowed it down specifically. So this is a representation of all overlapping data from these three tables. So this means that it is a favorite movie, or at the very least, a favorite movie that was rated a 10, directed by someone who was not granted a Megacore medal yet. And we can close all that out. So visually, we can see here that the only movie that overlaps is this one here, Inconsiderate People. First, last name, E.D. Dunbar. Another way you can do this too, if you didn't narrow it down by food, is if you go back to our original poll 2, you can also just search for it this way, where their favorite movie is either Inconsiderate People or Update Required, and it still populates the same person. So this episode required significantly more detective work, so I am very curious to see what the next mission has in store. Anyway, go to arrest. Oh, and before I arrest, I forgot that when I originally recorded this, I had gotten an achievement, but I accidentally edited over it. So just showing you what this achievement is. That's it. You just delete multiple tables at once. And while I was trying to re-record this segment specifically, I also found another one. Well, I was trying to show you another achievement I stumbled across by accident, but it didn't quite work the way I thought it was going to. So for this to work, I believe you have to try to leave before you do anything with the cases. Yep, there we go. Now, when I originally did this, I don't know why it doesn't do it again, but when I originally did this, I actually got an incoming message.
Well, well, well. Look who's decided to leave work early. Detective, it hasn't even been 5 minutes and you're already leaving? You know, logging out of work early is against the law for most occupations in Los Angeles. Not your occupation, though, so you can leave when you want.
So, just a funny little achievement you can discover. And much like the previous ones, if you got it wrong, it'll ask you something about if you're sure. If you got it right, though, it'll keep moving on into the next case. Again, that was a more elegant way to solve this case than what I originally did, but this definitely is getting much more interesting the further we go along in the cases. So I will then now get back to my original recording. Alright. You are committed to arrest Lena Bishop under the accusation of not leaving a positive review in rateyourdictator.gov, violating blah blah blah, which prohibits spreading baseless libel of a respected Los Angeles citizen. Arrest. Yes! Okay. That is it. That took me well over an hour, almost an hour and a half. Well, to be fair, 30 minutes of that was just fucking around on the internet. But it took me about over an hour to deduce. So yes, these are getting much more complex. That was, what was it, the sixth? The sixth mission, and I believe there's about 9 or 10 in total. So these are getting increasingly taking me longer and longer to figure out and deduce, and not even just from the queries, but just also the detective work. And like I said, I'm not even sure how I justified that final choice other than her area code was different than the other two's. But I'm not really sure how I was supposed to find out that difference. Because I'm assuming she lived in the Los Angeles area, but I wasn't sure where to find the information inside the game. And I'm pretty sure that number I dialed was a real number. If you bothered to stay with me thus far, thank you for watching. I will be sure to continue this in the next episode.